him pouting. I just saw his little pouty face. Oh my goodness, look at him. He's so cute. Look at his little pouty face. Why don't we just call this our little secret, huh? Can't have people thinking they complain hard enough they'll get a full package. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Sleeeeepy. If you are returning, I missed you, sleepyhead, and if you are new here, it's nice to meet you, cutie pie. And welcome to the hub of all things oh so cozy and oh so sleepy and oh so sweet. Today we are going to be playing a game by the creators of Sunny Day Jack. However, I want to emphasize, like, this is a new game, so let's enjoy this for the new game. This is called ConciUrges. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is cute. It's 18 plus. So all of the 18 plus things will be on my Patreon, of course. There is a feature on Patreon now that allows you to purchase a single video or thing that you would like. So that is also an option. But yes, if you are not 18, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of her. Sometimes it's good to just get away from it all. Between work, the news, and the stress and the strain of everyday life, most people are bound to find themselves worn out from it all in one way or another. I suppose that's just par of the course, really. You work hard and then there's the need to play. That's what I'm supposed to be doing this weekend. Playing. I'd set up a nice and neat little reservation at a nearby hotel or resort. The local all-in pleasure palace, it boasted. It wasn't exactly a vacation, no, but in this economy, who can afford to really take the time to fly somewhere else? Between luggage and travel and getting around, really getting away, it's hardly feasible. This place was still supposed to be a genuine Ritz. It was fancy and flashy. It boasted a spa, a theater, 2 lounge bars, and a pool. 3 gourmet quality restaurants listed in the pamphlets. There was even a department store and a few in-house options for adult entertainment. It called itself the premier honeymoon destination, an adults-only deluxe experience through and through. And yet, despite the amount of money I put down on a luxurious one-night stay, I found myself having the worst nights ever. Oh no. I'm not usually a picky person. I'd actually consider myself pretty lenient. I get it. These things are run by people. The running people, imperfections and blemishes are not always possible to mask. Still, after the night I had, I swear I'd never go back. The customer service was awful, the show was ruined, and I could hardly sleep a wink because of the room next to me was making such an awful racket. All in all, it was a huge waste of money, and now here I am, doing the thing that most people of this generation dread. Oh no. Do we have to speak to the manager? I'm complaining to the manager. The general manager. Hi there. A little birdie told me that you had a less than ideal stay with us last night. I'm so very sorry for that. Let's see what we can do to make it all better for you. Yes. My name's TMon. I'm not gonna say Timon because it reminds me of Timon and Pumbaa, so he's TMon. My name's TMon, by the way. I'll be your acting general manager. You got a little something there, sir. You gotta. Okay. Alright. Nothing about this stay has met my expectations thus far. However, meeting the GM has by far taken the cake for the most unusual part of my stay. He's more boxy than I imagined. He's more boxy than anyone I've ever met. He's most likely the boxiest. Alright, I'm so sorry. Yes, I understand. I apologize for my appearance. I had a bit of an incident with a guest last night. No doubt, I'm sure you are aware. Yes, I am very aware. He really doesn't see any issue with this. Are you actually the manager, or are you some sort of robotic assistant? Of course not. Really and truly, I'm the general manager for this establishment. About as robotic as yourself, really. But your face. I'm actually a cherub. A simple mistake, and a common one too, really. Is he blushing? Oh, he's kind of cute. Aw. Not a robot, just a representative of paradise. Here to lend a hand and assist in any way possible. I like his rolled up sleeves. No, really. I'm not anyone else. I am the manager. Okay, I guess. Already not off to a good start. If I'd known this was the manager all along, I think I would have considered finding a higher up position to lodge a complaint to. That's a little... Okay, perhaps the franchise owner? So, what brings you here, besides the bad night? I'm not really sure where to begin. Before I came in here, I had a list of complaints. Seeing TMon here has thrown me for a loop. I need to take a moment to get my thoughts in order before I'm able to answer. Well, as you mentioned, I did not have a pleasant stay here. Yes, I understand. I think it's weird. I have anxiety doing this. I don't want to complain to the manager. I feel like this was a complete waste of my money and time. And you can refund me my money, yeah, but you can't refund the time I took off to come here. I don't like this. Okay. I see. I like his little flower in his cheek. You are completely right. On behalf of the staff and resort, I apologize. We really take these things seriously, and we're usually pretty good at getting people on the scene to handle these things immediately. It seems you caught us on a rare bad night. It's unfortunate, but if you'd be willing to work with us to make them... Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the offer, but I feel like maybe you should at least ask me what happened? Like, listening? To me? Okay. Yes, absolutely. I can do that. What do you mean? Right. Would you care to tell me about your experience? Yes, I would. First thing I can recall was the moment I got into the resort lobby. It was beautiful, ornately decorated and all. I was really hopeful about this one-night staycation. But as soon as I came in, I was shoved aside by a group of tall, burly men in fancy suits. From the way they looked, I figured they must have been plenty rich. They probably stayed in this place all the time. What really boiled my blood was when they cut in the front of the line. When I arrived to check myself in, I was pushed aside by a group of rude men. Oh my, that's certainly annoying. But that's not even the worst part. They were actually served before everyone else. Is it just the standard policy here to treat customers like they don't exist in favor of ones with more money or nice clothing? You're absolutely right. That's unacceptable. We have an equal and fair treatment policy here that extends to all customers, not only with respect to clothing or perceived financial status, but also in its utter disregard. All customers should receive fair and equal treatment in our eyes. It seems like we just might have a large influx of customers. These things do happen, you know. It's completely unintentional, and we might have just missed them cutting in line. Haha, you know what it's like when you've got your nose deep in a huge list of names. If only you had another set of eyes. Yes, they should have noticed. It fills me with some semblance of relief to see that he understands how things ought to have gone. And yet, I should have been fair first. I guess that makes sense. Y'all know the drill. Sleepy options first of what she would do on impulse and not in real life. Okay. I mean, I understand. It happens, especially working in customer service. It makes sense to me. I guess that makes sense. It was pretty busy at the time. In fact, it's been busy most of the time since I've been here. It is entirely possible that he just wasn't able to look up to see what happened. As much as it annoys me, it'd be like trying to squeeze blood from a stone to blame him. I'm really sorry that happens. If there are vacancies in our service, there's something I can actionably look into. Thank you for your understanding. He's blushing. He looks at me with such innocent and gracious eyes. I'm still upset, but perhaps it's best to just move on to the next item on my list. Hey now, don't worry. Huh? I know it's not easy being forward with these things, but it's how we do our job better. Feel free to take a breath. I'm really invested in doing this right. That's a relief. Yeah, dang it. Why is he being so nice about this? It's really making it hard to stay on my guard. I recenter myself. Now is not the time to get distracted. Thinking over my night once again, I drift down memory lane until I come to the second incident to sour my stay. I'd gone to the lounge. There was supposed to be live singing and good mocktails. I'd been excited to have dinner and a show, even if it was just by myself. But just as the show had begun, there was a ruckus in the back of the room. There was a big lounge bar fight. The entire show was canceled and they closed the whole place early. I didn't get my meal at all. Oh yes, I heard about that. As you can see, there's blood on my cute little flower. We actually don't serve alcohol on the scene, but from what we could gather, those individuals had brought their own. I'm sorry about that too. We take many precautions to create a nice and relaxing environment, but it seems that some people will always find ways to navigate around the rules. You should have been provided a voucher for a free meal at any of our other 3 restaurants, or a room service meal instead. I take it you were, weren't you? Well, why are we complaining? Now hold on. Why are we being so mean to this poor computer? Not him pouting. I just saw his little pouty face. Oh my goodness, look at him. He's so cute. Look at his little pouty face. Back to the question. Why are we being so... I understand it was frustrating, but like they couldn't handle, like this wasn't their fault. Like every item we've gone through was out of their hands. This is why you don't be a Karen. I was, yes. Oh my goodness. They gave me a voucher and I was able to grab a good meal afterward. The show was a disappointing loss, especially after having putting so much effort into looking worried too much about. just not something everyone else needed to see. Is that why you have blood on your little flower in your little cute little bath? Personally, if you ask me, I prefer the shows on Saturday. You get a full band in them. I don't mean to gush, but they're pretty fantastic. Is he a part of it? Why don't I get you set up for one of those nights? Or you can pick and choose yourself. I'm not supposed to really mention that kind of stuff, but I'd hate for you to think you missed something when you're really missing out on something. Maybe it's just me, but his shoulders seem a bit looser now. His posture is less rigid. Look at the little smiley face. He's so stinking cute. The smile on his face is a bit more human than before, for a cherub. It's infectious too. I find myself smiling along with him. If that's your recommendation, I can see about that. You know best. I think he almost beams when I say that. Oh. I've only been working here since before we opened our doors. The bands aren't my hires, but I'd never let anything sub-high play on our stage. I really hope he's in the band. And he's just bragging. He's in the band and he's just bragging. I'm here all the time. I'd have to be the one to listen to it. He's not wrong. For some reason, something about the way he almost opened up a bit now makes me feel listened to. I can feel my irritation melting away. Maybe the personal touch just helps. There's only one thing left on my list, but it's by far the biggest one. After a shoddy greeting and a spoiled supper, I had seen all there was to see and gone to rest in my room. The room was very nice as far as they go. Everything was clean and there was even chocolate on the pillows. Ooh, a treat. The bed was comfy as sin, and I had assumed that it meant I was going to rest easily for the night. That was not the case. The room next door to me made a lot of noise. What you want him to do about that? I don't think he could. Oh yes, that familiar old problem. We get a couple good calls to the lobby about that in the night. The rooms are all impeccably soundproofed, but some people like to test the limits. I hope they had fun. I don't think it was that kind of noise though. What do you mean? Well, there was screaming and slamming and thudding. I swear I heard furniture tripping over. Did you call down to the lobby to get a room swap? I called down to the lobby because it sounded like someone was dying in there. In time, I feel like if there was ever a time to turn around, now would be it. There's an expectant look to him now. This angel-faced assistant's eyes almost gleam with a cold black coldness that forbids me to touch this further. Ooh. What do you mean? Look at him. Look at him. He's not doing anything bad. Or maybe that's just me? Does soundproofing need updating? Why can I swear the guy on the other side of the wall was calling for help? Why wouldn't we mention that part? Is there anything else to this matter? No, I don't think so. Good. I don't know if a cherub needs to breathe or not, but he seems to take a deep breath. But I'm really glad you brought them to our attention. He smiled back to back. Now that I think about it, I probably wasn't the only one who had a bad experience last night. I'm sure he's been hearing the same things over and over all day. How are you not completely frazzled? If I'm completely honest, I am a bit. It's my job and I love my job, but I'll probably sleep well tonight. He leans back in his chair and, I think, sucks in a sharp breath. Thankfully, everything is all sorted out now. Maybe. Probably. Stop me if I'm whining too much. He's cute. I don't think so. Hmm? I'm sorry. I came here to complain, I think. I feel a lot better and I'm sure that you're all doing your best. I apologize if I may, girl. I'll take care of everything. Ooh, give me a nice dress, daddy. That is, if you're interested. Free food and free clothes? I'd have to be stupid to not take that deal even though this man definitely has blood on his shirt. Yeah, that would work. That's wonderful. I'll let the front desk know you'll be extending your stay, and I'll have them write up your vouchers to go with your keys. I'm afraid I don't have much more time to chit-chat, but I'll be around to check up on you. I'll put your reservation down for 8 tonight, yes? Yep, it's a date. If you say so, the customer is always right. McDaddy, are you okay? Blink twice. TMon was right. When I got to the lobby again, they had everything waiting for me. All in all, I must have gotten away with almost 3 times what I paid. That's nothing to sneeze at. I spent the day flitting around to things I hadn't been able to see the nights before. I spent the day in the spa and I went on a lavish shopping spree. Time really flew by, and before I knew it, it was time for dinner. When I headed to the steakhouse, who else should I have found but him? Hello again. How was your day? Oh, I keep blushing. Are you really sure you'd like me to be here? I'd hate to ruin your evening. No, it's no trouble at all. I don't want you to get in trouble, but I'd like to thank you for putting up with me today. Of course, it's what I do. It's why I'm here. But it can't be all that you are. I'm sure that you've got a private life of your own. And we've all been there, right? Working jobs where people treat us like crap. I'm not supposed to say anything about our guests, but I'm not going to disagree. Sometimes it's really easy to feel like a doormat with jobs like this. I don't do it for that reason, though. I do it because I like people like you. I do it to make someone smile. Then how about a toast? A toast to service with a smile and the smiles that come after. I'll drink to that. Cute. We toast over a champagne-like drink. I'm not sure what it's called, but it comes in a fancy purple bottle. It's really good. Then we spent the night chatting about our work lives. It's really strange to have a human conversation with someone that looks so not human. But there's definitely a connection. Not a fantastically deep one, but afterwards we find ourselves leaving together. That's when he drops it to me. Can I be honest with you? I kind of took the night off. And I know I really shouldn't do this, but I invite him back to my room. It's your Nikki girl. Ending 1. At ease. Well, don't you look like the cat that got the canary? Shut it. I'm just cleaning up after the mess you made. I can't believe my ears. The ever impeccable TMon honeypotting our guest. He honeypotted me. How the mighty have fallen. You know, if you'd actually done your job right and hadn't invited those freaking goons, I wouldn't have been dealing with this kind of chinkery right now. I don't know how to say that word. You're lucky you've got me. Otherwise, you'd probably have sunk this ship ages ago. You're so right, see? Whatever would I do without you? By the way, if those guys are dead, we should probably make our move tonight. Their boss isn't gonna be happy when he finds out 4 of his guys came in and nothing came out. Do I have to be a part of this? Yes. Yes, I need your help. Please. I'm going to take a smoke break then. Be ready in 20 or else. Yes, sir. can't believe he honeypotted me. I am so offended. There is no better honeypot than Kier. Okay. Why it's so hard for him to admit. I know what I saw. I don't know if a cherub needs to breathe out, but he seems to take a deep breath. I'm scared. I'm nervous, y'all. He paused, like he's reflecting. Good. He ought to reflect. I feel completely dismissed about all my concerns. All he tried to do throughout this whole meeting was belittle me and excuse them. It's completely unacceptable. It's not right. It's unjust. It's... Oh, fuck it. You know what? This isn't even my mess to clean up. Fucking Jambi. Excuse me? Don't make me repeat myself. I don't get paid enough to deal with people like you. At least to deal with people like you after the night I've had. I beg your pardon? It's like his demeanor has done a complete 180. Is he feral? That is not a way to speak to a customer. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I had plans. I had crap to do. But no. But nothing TMon's ever got going on can be that important, can it? It's not like I don't have 4 guys waiting downstairs on ice. He shifts in his seat, and something about the way he's regarding me now is almost dripping with disgust. Could you do me a favor and take the comp already? It's more than fair. You're basically bleeding us out. It's definitely more than you deserve. But the customer is always... Right? You gonna say you right? That's a fat load. You know what separates a customer from the likes of me? I actually know what's going on behind the scenes. Do you even know how much work goes into keeping a place like this running? It's a fucking nightmare. I didn't sleep all night, figuring out one mess after another. More and more of you back to back, getting on my case and demanding more and more. For what, really? It's a luxury resort. You got people starving out there, you know. But I'm sure not giving a show with your dinner is much more important. I opened my mouth to say something, to object at this degrading treatment. Degrade me, daddy.
Stop it. Get some help.
But to my surprise, he reaches into a drawer at his desk and pulls out a carton of smokes and a lighter. I'm like, you can't smoke it. Relax, it's not tobacco. What you smoking? It's not that either. It's not that either. Christ. I love him. Tell me honestly, did you really read the pamphlets? Or did you graze through them? Maybe if you had, you'd have noticed that this is a couples or singles retreat. As in, this isn't your tip Ireland. Don't let you redact it. We cater to a very specific service and a very specific kind of clientele. Perhaps one of the reasons you didn't exactly have fun was because you mistook us for someone else. This isn't a hotel. This is a love hotel. Right? Right. I knew that. I'm sorry you had a bad time, but you're not really going to have the best time if you're not looking for that kind of thing. That being said, we'll still give you your freebies and whatnot, but what you make of them is up to you. No one has ever talked to me this way. It's infuriating and patronizing, and now, the worst part of this whole experience. No, that's not good enough. Ooh. For fuck's sake, what's the matter now? I don't care what kind of day or night you had, this treatment is unacceptable through and through. You will not speak to me this way. I am a guest here. I deserve to feel welcomed and anything but a burden. People like me with my opinions count. We're the ones who pay your salaries and wages. Oh god, here we go. If I were ever to tell anybody about how horrible my stay has been, I can promise you, you would be ruined. Wait, I don't like the Karen route. Oh, got the little smug face. Look how cute he is. Ooh. Wow, you pretty thick, ain't you? Customer service is my specialty, but it's not the only thing I do to keep the place up and running. Tell me, let them know about how terrible you've had it. Poor little babe, a little subpar luxury experience. That's not gonna ruin me, not by a long shot. I'll tell your boss I am the boss. My boss? Please. He's busy at the moment, but even if he wasn't, I don't think he'll be doing much about it. After all, I'm the one cleaning up his mess right now. It really is just you and me right now. Whatever. I feel petrified, like a deer in headlights. I can't bring myself to blink or move or anything. I'm frozen. And it's kind of hot. Now then, are you gonna be a good little patron and take your compensation? Or are you gonna stick around my office all day and cause me more issues? Be a brat. Be a brat. Or is there something else you needed? Well, he rolls his eyes and sighs. I see how it is. Figures the last of you all would be this kind of type. He draws away, sitting back in his chair in a way so nonchalant and coy, you'd hardly be able to tell this was the same cherub who'd greeted you earlier. He gains an intimidating aura, unlike anything I've seen before. He went from warm and friendly to cold as a concrete city sidewalk, and perhaps just as hard. I didn't mean to say it like that. I feel small and like a nuisance. He's scolding me with just a cutting look. And I don't really get it, but something about it is strangely appealing. I'll tell you what, I've been sitting in this chair all day dealing with the likes of you. I'm tired, I'm pissed, and I'm not looking to deal with anyone else today. Why don't I put you to work, and we can see how you like it when the shoe's on the other foot. I'm scared. Mom, come get me, I'm scared. An unstoppable shiver slithers its way down my body that causes me to pause and really take in that proposition. With the way he said it, I don't think he means to offer me a job. He won't offer you a job, Ari. For some reason, even though he's made me mad, I'm starting to kind of feel a bit hot under the collar. Spit it out already, I ain't got all day. Well, there's something I could suggest as proper compensation. We suggest? Oh, we're wild. We are wild. Oh, cliche. Is that what you really want? It would suffice. You're a weird one, but it beats putting all this ball for an hour or so. Let's make this snappy, yeah? I'm scared. Cripes. Don't you dare say anything about me asking, but you okay? About the cigarette. Well, go on, I'm being serious. How you feel? Yes, Daddy, yeah. For a second, it's hard to believe he's actually speaking to me. I'm fine, I think. Shit, was I too hard on you? Oh no, I just... You sent me to a different planet, it's okay. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I know I was mad, but I've completely forgotten about what. And I feel silly about before? I hope this is the true ending. To be honest, I feel the same. For what? I'm the one who came in here and just... He fluffed the brat out of... He literally fluffed the brat out of us. God, I was such a Karen. You just put up with it. Then why does that make me? A shining pillar of patience? An upstanding example of restraint? I'll be honest with you. I don't often come to work with the intent to, fuck the customers to gain the come. It's not exactly in the employee handbook. Christ. Now that I think about it, it's kind of like a bad porno, isn't it? Look at me. If John B ever finds out, I'll never hear the end of it. Yeah, now that he mentions it, that's pretty funny actually. I wonder what they call it. Get vetted in breakfast? Hotel hoes? You're not very good at this, are you? Why don't we just call this our little secret, huh? Can't have people thinking they complain hard enough they'll get a full package. I guess not, just me. Oh well. Seriously though, don't worry yourself now. It's been a long day for both of us, and we're hardly to noon. I can take a decent beating on a bad day. You just call me on an off morning. This is gonna sound weird coming from me, I guess. But can I ask why? Oh, just the usual customer service troubles. Mayhaps the odd ass or two. I take care of a lot of people's problems for them. You do that long enough without a break, you snap. Thank you for snapping. Not to say you're any danger, it's not like that at all. It's nice to kind of be reminded that you can be in charge too every now and again. I can be your stress relief whenever you need. And, admittedly, there's a bit of sadistic streaks there. I could hardly tell. Oh, fuck off. That being said, I don't suppose it would be a thing to do just to send you home like this. Tell me, really, do you head anywhere at all? It's my heart, Snooky Poo. You okay? I feel fine, I'm fine. Tries to stand up and falls to my face. A bit sweaty and a bit tired. But that was good. I liked it. I don't usually do this, but why don't you stay tonight? You can stay at my place if you want. Nice place, penthouse suite. I got some things to tend to, but not this being the boyfriend. I'm probably just gonna come back and crash on the sofa anyways. Smoke some and sell my ass. Place got great view of the city. Full room service, movie catalog, and I got my pick of the hotel linens closet. Sounds interesting, but I'd like to hear a bit more first. You're fixing to put me in the grave, aren't you? I am shocked, appalled, scared, intrigued. I've never been to a penthouse, so I'm not prepared for how cushy the stay is. It's a surprisingly tame night from then on. Mounds of blankets, snacks, sitting and talking. We got a boyfriend now. I don't realize just how much tension I've been carrying in me until he starts talking to me about my job and work. We have a surprisingly introspective conversation about it. I put in my 2 weeks notice over text, and we binge rom-coms until the two of us pass out. The morning after that, he sends me back on my way as put together as I can get. I stop at the front desk, collect whatever it is they have for me in my refund, and head home. The whole trip there, I can't feel like I've forgotten something pressing. It's on the tip of my tongue. At the start of the trip, by the time I'm home, the thought is too distant for me to care. I'm feeling refreshed and I can't remember anything else but the hot, red, burning sensation that still lingers in my cheek. Which ones? I can't say. Ending 4. Sweet release. Christy, where the heck have you been? Took the night off, needed some self-care, as the kids say. You got a problem with that? No, you could have invited me. I work hard too, you know. Oh, really? And what, pray tell, did you do all day? Work? Things? Work type thing? I'm sure you did, Jambebo. And now? Is he Cajun? Is he Cajun? If he's Cajun, then it's over for everybody, including myself. Maybe not. I don't know. And now, I've got some more for you to do. You got a big mess to clean up. Mess? What mess? I didn't make a mess. Well, those 4 nice gentlemen you invited are now a pile of body bits on ice. Caused a real ruckus for me. I've done the dirty bit. Now you gotta do your half. Crap, you were quick. I like to get things done. Not going on. You got some hustling to do. Oh, what? You're not gonna help me at least? No. Have fun. I want him to call us again. That seems like the true end to me. That was the true end. And you cannot tell me otherwise. Okay. So, I went back and I chose all the nice options. But this time I'm gonna be like, but I did see you coming out of the room next door. Is he serious right now? I saw you coming out of the room. What? Last night I called downstairs. Nobody came to stop the sound, so I called again. When I stuck my head out of the door, I saw what was going on. I saw you coming out of the doors. I feel like vomit rising in my throat, but it's the truth. I've been trying to get a word in this whole time, but I feel like he's been deliberately trying to cut me off. That can't be possible. I was in my office all night. No, you weren't. Why do you think I'm so frustrated? I don't know. I came here because I had problems and you were at every single one of them. I hadn't expected you to be the GM, but you were the one who checked those guys in. You were the one when they started acting up at the lounge, and I saw you leaving the room next door last night. Oh. You could hear a pin drop. It gets so deathly silent. You must have me confused with someone else. He smiles. Compared to when I walked in, I can see that it's lost some of its luster. Maybe somewhere along the way, I might have gotten a bit carried away with my concerns. Yes, we have some issues with staffing. I've had to step in to do odd jobs myself here and there. We're currently in the process of resolving that particular issue, but for now, it is what it is. That being said, I hope you'll find your compensation for your experience with us adequate. I guess getting a refund and then some isn't the worst outcome. And I can just grab those before I go? It's sitting right with me about all of that. But I feel that I've lost the right to complain after putting so much distance between myself and the hotel. AphroDesia, AphroDesia. Oh well, it's not my problem anymore. Ending 2. Slightly irritated. Rough day. Not the worst, but... Christy. I'm sorry, I had to dip and tie up some loose ends. Didn't think it would take so long. That was sloppy, Jambi. Really sloppy. It's one thing for you to make a mess out there, but I'm running this place while you're gone. When you bring the mess in here, I have to deal with both sides of the coin. It's not fair. I know. I didn't think they'd misbehave. It was supposed to be an olive branch. Hell of an olive branch. I don't think their boss is going to be too pleased when he puts 2 and 2 together and realizes his man came into our hotel and never came out. Maybe we should pay him a little visit first then. You fucking serious? I've been busting my ass all day. Fuck me, you're a real asshole, you know that? Give me 10, I'll bring a car around. Attaboy. Thanks, T, you're a real peach. Okay, so this time I went back and I was being disrespectful again. And I'm going to ignore that he came out of the room. And be like, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't know what's changed, but I feel uncomfortable pushing this matter anymore. There's no reason not to, but at the same time, I feel like if there was ever a time to turn back, that would be it. There's an expecting look at him. His angel-faced assistant's eyes almost gleam with cold black coldness that forbids me to touch this further. Or maybe that's just me? Does soundproofing need updating? Why can I swear the guy on the other side of the wall was calling for help? But I'm afraid there's only so much we can do. Huh? I can see that you're clearly upset. We've done and will do all we can to fix that, but we've also got several other customers to assist. We can offer you compensation for your poor experiences, but we can't give you more than that. Otherwise, well, we are still a business. What are you saying? Your comments and concerns are very important to us and will be investigated in a swift and orderly fashion. Please head to the lobby before you leave, where you can pick up your vouchers and receive your refund. Have it. But there's the faintest voice in the back of my mind that's telling me to just let it all go. It was a bad trip is all. The more I stew in it, the more I'm just inviting the upset upon myself. As I make the drive home, I make the silent and resolute decision to not go back. At least, not for a while. The service wasn't all that, but what more, there's still something chilling about the way I was sent off. I feel like I narrowly escaped something ominous. Like I was this close to an edge I couldn't see. I'm not sure what the cause of last night's events were, but put together like that, the guys in the lounge were the same guys as the ones in the lobby, and I have no proof that the people next door to me were also the same guys again. But I feel like in the bottom of my gut that they were. I know that that night I saw TMon leaving the room when I went to peek out the door. Ending 3. Agitated. Rough day, huh? F off. Christ on a bike, T. What did I do? You know what you bloody did. Inviting those goons to stay, what were you thinking? I was being friendly. It was supposed to be an olive branch. I had no idea they'd called such a fuss. They were armed and pissed drunk. Jambi, I don't care what kind of shit you get yourself into when you're out there. Play daring do, but you do not leave me here to run this place and then make me have to clean up your messes too. It's just me here, alone. I don't have time for that. I know. Come on, T, cut me some slack. I thought I had it handled. Where have I heard that before? It doesn't matter. Look, now we have to figure out what to do. It's not gonna look too good for that 4 guys came in and none of them came out. The cops certainly won't miss them, but their employer definitely will. You suck. And you swallow. My point is, how soon can you bring the car around? 1 hour. After the day I had, I'm taking a fucking nap. I just want to say, is there no justice for TMon? For TMon, is there no justice for him? Because I really enjoyed the fact that what seemed like the canon route was us being a brat and having the brat knocked out of us. This was a good game. I'm excited to see what they decide to do with this and how they decide to expand upon it. If they do, it could have just been a cute little project, but this is very sweet, very, very cute. I don't know if sweet is the right, I would say it's sweet. A very cute game. I loved all of it. I usually don't do videos where it's the entire game. I had to because I needed to know what else happened. So I'm excited for any future updates. Of course, take your time because masterpieces take time. I'm excited to see the expansion of the different characters, the introduction of the different characters. I'm excited to see Jambi. I'm excited. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I love seeing your face. I love having you here. I love being also sleepy and also cozy. And remember that day by day, moment by moment, we are blossoming like a flower of lavender, calm, collected, and fragrant. And I will see you in the next one.